Pacific in nature and highly reputable for its cocoa production capacity, Ile-Oluji, the seat of Okigbo local government area of Ondo State, is a small Jerusalem that emits vapors of glory. For 2 days, this compact community witnessed an incessant influx of gregarious guests and congregation of community folks who have come to bid their last farewell to a jolly good woman who lived a life of service to God and humanity. Madam Julianah Akinkuwo, who called it quits at the age of 85. The rites of passage of Madam Akinkuwo began on Thursday, September 1st, 2016, with a wake-up service at her residence, intermediary quarters, Ile-Oluji. The dusty and jolty streets came alive with the arrival of guests at the venue, which ultimately signaled the commencement of the service. The children of Mama looked great in white lace, while the object of the gathering, Mama Akinkuwo, was delectable in her casket, placed in a room that was splashed with purple decor. The service flowed with ease as lovely hymns dispensed forth. A special Bible reading was presented by her first son, Mr. Johnson Akinkuwo. Testimonies about the very good and sacrificial life Mama lived were rendered by community folks. An engineer talked by Akinkuwo.
I remember the life of sacrifice that she lived. Several times to go through school, it was difficult. But I remember then, she did not spare her precious jewelries. I remember the Ile-Oluji we used to call when it was time for us to go back to school, when things were tough. She would send for the Ile-Oluji, she would bring out the best of her gold. We would sell it, the money would be given to us. Then we can go back to school. She lived a life of sacrifice. She supported my father in her own little way. He was, now we say was, very compassionate. What more can I say? She lived a very good life.
Taking a sermon from Job 14, Reverend Canon Ebenezer Odufora preached the message of hope to his audience. Like it was in the beginning, the end of the service was also characterized by the recitations of soulful hymns. The soft and sonant hymns continued the next day at the ancient but magnificent Cathedral of St. Peter's, as the choristers led the entire congregation in the outflow of lovely tunes. Mama's casket was delicately placed at the center, while the children, garbed in crape, exuded majesty in the front row. The soul-searching sermon by Reverend Timothy Fanibuyo was centered on what shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his own soul. Prayers were later showered on Mama's children and the entire family. The congregation later joined them to thank God for the fruitful life of their mother. The withdrawal hymn later brought the service to an end. Mama's body was thereafter taken in a motorcade to her residence, where the dust-to-dust rites heralded the final end of life's journey. In her lifetime, Madam Julianah Akinkuwo was a successful businesswoman who traded in foodstuffs. She was a loyal wife to her husband, the late Pa Samuel Akinkuwo. Together, they traversed many towns in eastern and northern Nigeria before settling down in Kaduna. Upon the retirement of her husband from the Nigerian Railway Corporation, they moved back to Ile-Oluji, where Mama settled to partake diligently in the activities of the St. Peter's Anglican Church as an active member of the Egbewa Otito Christi. Mama Kaduna, as she's fondly called, breathed her last in the early hours of August 1st, 2016, after living up to a ripe old age of 85. For the reception, guests made their way to the Baptist High School field. Under the two tents with chairs and tables wrapped in gold, the modest fete took place. Soon, everywhere was occupied by gorgeous guests and community folks who basked in the warmth of the ambience and the soothing songs emanating from the stables of Yemi Favor Music Ministry. One after the other, Mama's children came to the stage to dance. There were good foods and fine wines that dotted the tables for guests to savor. All Mama's children were great hosts in all ramifications, especially the two sons, Johnson and Tokwe Akinkuwo. But Tokwe was however exceptional in the way he pampered his guests. An engineer who knows his onions, Tokwe works with the telecommunications giant Sony Ericsson, located in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Humane and humble, Engineer Tokwe's goodwill pulled gregarious guests to his mother's funeral in Ile-Oluji. Among them is one of the prominent sons of the land, Dr. Pius Osunyikomi, a bosom friend and schoolmate. Osunyikomi is the Director General of the Technical Aids Corps, a parastatal of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and his presence added pep to the event as everyone jostled to exchange banters with him. It was under this bubbly aura that Osunyikomi and his wife joined Tokwe and the siblings on the stage to dance to the melodious vibes of Yemi Favor Music Ministry. Red Carpet TV spoke with some of Mama's children and some guests.
Hardworking, intelligent, and friendly.
Mama lived a life of sacrifice. She was sacrificial while on earth. She did everything possible to ensure that we have good education. I mean, got to the level where she had to sell possessions to ensure that we make it. She was a very good mother to us as children.
A good woman, a very compassionate woman, a loving woman who extended her love and affection beyond her biological children to a number of us that have the privilege of association with her children. It is to the glory of God that while alive, she was very, very helpful to every one of us, very useful to us in terms of rendering useful pieces of advice as to how we are to navigate our ways in life.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we felicitate with the children of Mama for giving their mother, the late Julianah Akinkuwo, a worthy farewell.